What are some staples in video games that you immediately think of when you think of video games? I know Mario's got to be up there for you. And also, on the other hand, this guy. The 25th anniversary of this guy, no less. Let's take a look at Sonic the Hedgehog 3, released in 1994 for the Sega Genesis. Now Sonic's come a long way since '91 with the first title. To see what it's become today is kinda sad, as the games don't live up to what the old games used to. But hopefully with the release of Sonic Mania, that alters that perception. Now don't misinterpret anything about more modern Sonic games. Sonic 1 through Sonic & Knuckles are all amazing games, definitely live up, are still fast as shit, and at the time were mind-blowing to kids. This was the game that single-handedly switched kids from Mario kids to Sonic kids. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Before this, Sega's go-to mascot was Alex fucking Kidd. Yeah, major upgrade. Now, admittedly, my favorite old-school Sonic game is Sonic 2, for nostalgic purposes only. It's honestly the first Sonic game I ever played. But for the total complete package in a game, you gotta go with Sonic 3, and only fitting for the 25th anniversary, in my opinion, we take a look at the best Sonic game ever released. Now, initially during development, Sonic 3, believe it or not, was even going to be a bigger, more epic game than it already came out to be, as the development team was actually planning to make it all one game merged with Sonic & Knuckles, but due to time constraints, cartridge costs, which in '94 were astronomical, the game had to be split in two. It's a great game, but it just doesn't hit the mark that Sonic 3 hit, in my opinion. But this is definitely the reason why Sonic 3 cartridge is compatible with Sonic & Knuckles with the plug and play. Also obvious for the time, how good the damn graphics and sound ended up being in the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Now there's a lot of backstory mythos on the inception of the soundtrack of Sonic 3 with the quote-unquote inclusion of Michael Jackson. Let's just make a long story short, not to go all Mythbusters on it. He did have some input on some of the tracks. He didn't fully write the tracks, it was a collaboration. But yes, Michael Jackson did contribute to the music in Sonic 3. But trust me folks, graphics and sound definitely, as you know, aren't everything. And one of the reasons Sonic rose to such superstardom in the 90s was the playability, the tightness that was right up there with Super Mario. Now, it makes me shudder to think that someone in my age demographic has never played an original Sonic title, but just in case you haven't, pretty much the gist is just like Mario, side-scrolling action platformer, jump on their heads, kill them. Find items, use them as shields, kill them. Get to the end of the level, but this was Mario on freaking steroids because Sonic's speed, quote-unquote, blast processing, was amazing, and it's still, like I said, fast as hell. The special stages definitely return in Sonic 3. Now, in my opinion, I love the half pipe in Sonic 2, probably one of my favorite parts about that game. But in here, the little 3D map where you alter to get the blue spheres and not try to hit the red is just as good. There's also another mini game here if you only get 50 rings, which is like you're stuck in a gumball machine, which is good too. In this day and age, it's very rare when a game sweeps the nation, but back in the day, that's what Sonic did. Up until spin-offs like 3D Blast, which is garbage, Sonic Spinball, which is passable, Sonic never strayed from greatness. It never tried to be something it wasn't until the late 90s, 2000s, and then the bottom just flat out fell out of the Sonic series. So thanks for taking a look at Sonic 3, the best Sonic game for the 25th anniversary of the franchise. Check it out on Hibiki QUICKIE next time. We're going to take a look at the PS2. Hey guys, you can follow me at the Hibiki TMD on Twitter or check out the Hibiki TMD on Facebook group. Thanks for stopping by for everything pro wrestling podcast, geek gaming culture podcast, video game reviews, and everything in between right here on Hibiki TMD.